welcome to 2018. I am feeling really chilled out today. I haven't really done anything special per se. Just had a pretty cruisy day with my partner and little Luca. The other children are away having many adventures. I wanted to create a little bit of a journey for you today, and when I kind of tune into, I guess, the energy around New Year, it's all to do with setting new intentions and new goals, and people kind of almost like automatically or maybe feel expected that they're meant to embrace a new energy coming through. And I want to speak to that and share a little process that can help you on that path to remembering how beautiful and wonderful and magical and special, and how much of a powerful creator that you truly are. Yeah, because I know last year was an interesting year, and stepping into this new Gregorian calendar will bring with it many new experiences, some that are going to stretch you in ways that you could never foresee, stretch you in your heart, in your ability to share and also receive love. It's going to stretch you in your mindset and your beliefs and what you think is possible for you. Yeah, it's going to stretch you in ways of growing into a more embodied and fuller version of yourself. And that's not to say that you're not there yet, or never will be, never have been. It's kind of coming into that realm of growth to say that there is always room for improvement. And if you find yourself in that resting state, then that's okay too. Like if you've kind of been on a bit of a journey and need, to take a year to pause and to reflect and to integrate, it's totally okay. And I guess when we look at it in that perspective that we're all on our own journeys, yeah, and that they take shape and form in ways that sometimes we have no idea how to move through. Yeah, sometimes we do, and sometimes life kind of hits us for a six, and we're like, how the fuck did we end up here, and what is the reason for it, and what is the deeper meaning behind all of this? So anyway, a process that I love to do and create for myself is a bit of a internal journey and a visioning process. And what I mean by a visioning process is commanding your imaginal space, your mind's eye, your imagination. Perhaps it's your intuition, or that artistic ability to conjure images in your head, in your dreaming space. So however, you relate to that. And it's creating a ritual space to do that. And what I mean by a ritual space is it doesn't need to be anything fully, fancy or shamanic, or you don't even really need to have an altar. Like a ritual space is allowing the space necessary for you to drop in to those inner realms as clearly as possible. So ideally, you want to be removing all distractions, yeah? And depending on the type of person that you are, you might find it really easy to connect with those inner realms. Or, if you're kind of new to this type of work, then maybe you need to create a little bit more of a ceremonial space which sets the intention that you are stepping outside of the ordinary and entering into the realms of the extraordinary, which is a ritual space, yeah? It's a place for ceremony. It's a place to snap you out of the mundane and bring you into that presence of the moment where you can connect with your intention to create something, yeah? So, allowing yourself to drop into the presence, that stillness, and the easiest way to do so is via your breath. And it always has, always will be the easiest way to drop in. And the fact is that you can refine it to such a degree that you could have chaos happening around you and still kind of anchoring into that stillness within, or the breathing space in between the chaotic moments, yeah? So coming into your breath, softening into the rhythm of your breath and relaxing. And if you've created that space for you to do so now, you can go on this journey with me as I speak and this comes through me. Otherwise, you can pause it, come back and replay it. But softening into your breath, allowing yourself to relax the shoulders, to let go of all of the stories from the day or the evening, wherever you are in the world, all of the threads of story that keep us, I guess, out of the moment, keeps us in this part of the brain, the neocortex, the one that's, constantly fires and chattering and, where the inner critic resides, and just softening into the body and having a quick check-in. Where do you notice any tension in your body? Yeah, just tuning in. You're not here to fix anything. You're just being the witness and checking in, taking stock of what's happening, noticing all of the sensations in your body, the subtle sensations and the not so subtle sensations, and breathing in. And when we breathe into a space inside of our body, what we're doing is, you're using your imagination and directing your awareness into that space. So it's like you're isolating from the mind into different parts of the body and breathing your deeply. So it's like your breath is being directed into that place. Obviously, you can't breathe into your knee. You don't have lungs there, right? So it's directing that conscious breath into those places. So tuning in, connecting with where are you at? Where's your energy at? Where's your heart at? How's your body feeling? What's happening? What's happening on this inner plane? How are you feeling? And being radically honest with yourself. That is the pathway to liberation, is to be really honest. Yeah, and that's okay to not be in a good place. It's totally okay. Breathing in, softening, curling the tongue up to the hard palate, up to the top of the mouth, and taking a deep breath and relaxing, softening the tongue, softening the jaw. And allowing yourself to slow down into what is a natural rhythm for you. Now, we all breathe differently with different rhythms. Some of us have a more elongated breath and some of us have a shorter rhythm. So see if you can stretch the breath a little bit to the point that it's not uncomfortable. Yeah, so just really focusing on slowing that breathing rate down. If you want to, I would encourage you to place your hands on your belly and focus on breathing down into the diaphragm. And when you do so, you will notice your belly rise. Yeah. So a lot of the time as adults, and we take on more stress and more responsibilities and more stuff, and we're processing more information, we begin to forget how to breathe naturally. And that natural breath is being a belly breather. So it is allowing that belly to rise and fall. And what I notice in a lot of adults is that, we become chest breathers. So we breathe up here into the shoulders, and we don't actually allow ourselves to take on the full life force energy of the prana, the essence and energy of life, because we're so stressed. And if you watch any child in their natural rhythm of breathing, they're all belly breathers, yeah? And there's a cutoff point, I suppose, for a lot of people where for some reason we switch. So if that's you, I encourage you to just work with that breath until it feels comfortable. And it's probably going to feel really weird to start with, and that's okay. Sometimes when we try anything new, you want to laugh at it because you think it's ridiculous and stupid. So if that's you and you're feeling like, why the fuck am I sitting here with my hand on my belly and this silly woman is like telling me to breathe into different parts of my body, and what the hell? Just laugh about it and have a mindset of curiosity and just be curious to see what happens, yeah? And you can treat it with an element of play, which will allow you to soften into trying new things, yeah? That's, I guess, a great way to cultivate resilience, as well as to not take yourself and everything so seriously, even spirituality, it's just being real in the moment. So once you feel like you're connected, in tune with your body, you will almost feel the weight of your body. And it's like I experience it in my body as like this internal gravitational pull inwards. And I feel myself sitting on the earth. I feel my feet grounding me, to the earthly plane. And then it can get to the point where I can feel the sky pulling me up. And I find my place. I find my place in my body. I find peace in my body. Even if there's tension there, I find peace in the awareness of my breath in relation to, where I am at in a physical space. Yeah. So when you feel that connection point, that's when I would encourage you to drop in a little bit deeper. And for the purpose of this exercise, this process, it's really cool to have a clear space around you and to do this standing up. And the reason being is it will create a more visceral experience, and it can be more transformational for you as well, even in its simple execution, I suppose. So if you are doing this and you're feeling called to journey with it now, you would be standing, connecting with the breath, anchoring into the body, releasing all the stories, just letting go, and anchoring deeper with each breath that you release and let go. Yeah. And what you would do is you would call forth or command a vision of yourself. And archetypally speaking, I call this my wise woman. This is like the ultimate embodiment of me, before I die, when I have accomplished all the things that I feel I need to fulfill in this lifetime. Yeah. And I imagine who she is, what she looks like, the stories that she has, the little twinkle in her eye, the cheeky smile, the bit of the mystical feel. I imagine who she is in relation to her community and her family, where she's been, the experiences that she's had, the wisdom that she keeps inside. And I call to her whenever I require help in making a decision or moving through something in my life. And so perhaps you have a vision of yourself. And if not, I encourage you to create one for yourself, to create that map of where you're going, who you're aligned to, which is yourself, who you are, who you've always been with, who you've always been. And it's remembering each day that we have the opportunity to wake up and experience this life with other people is an opportunity to remember who we are and to embody that and to live it and to show up to that. Yeah. So connecting with that person, connecting with the love that they feel for themselves, for their family members, for the community, for the earth. Yeah. Connecting with the purpose. Yeah. Or that keeps them connected, keeps them here. Purpose keeps us here. It keeps us in the connection to life, to seek, to explore, to have the energy to wake up in the morning. Yeah. So calling that in, calling her or him in, or, if you don't relate to those terms, person, which is you, breathing them in with your breath, commanding this vision into your mind's eye, into your imaginal realm. If you're a visual person, perhaps you start to see them standing in front of you. If you're more of a sensory person, perhaps you begin to feel the energy of this being come into your field, into your space, into your awareness. Yeah. So if you are a visual person, I would encourage you to connect with your eyes and look at this future version of yourself. This future version of yourself doesn't need to be, years and years down the track. It could be, in 6 months' time. It could be in a year time, something a bit closer, a bit more relatable, that doesn't seem so far-fetched, especially if this is a new process for you. So connecting with that person, their values, their ideals, their dreams, and their hopes, and what they want to experience, their desires, their yearnings, what they want to create. Connecting with their fears, these limitations that they might have, these stories that they're running or have been programmed with that are holding them back. Identifying all of the facets of that self and coming to acceptance with that as well. Yeah. So we keep breathing deeply into our belly, anchoring with our breath, calling in this future self. Yeah. Until we find that we have that deep connection that's like, aha, I'm here now. I'm here now. I'm here now. Wow. You can have a moment to surrender to this experience. You know, it might be overwhelming. There might be a lot of emotion that can come up from this. Yeah, there's no right or wrong for how you perceive this moment, how you perceive yourself to be. Just breathing it in, breathing in all the information that is being flooded through your senses right now. And what I love to do is I command my breath with intention and I breathe it deeply into my body with love. Yeah. Allowing it to fill up every part of my body, all of my cells, to breathe in this future self that I am aligning to in this moment, that I am aligning with my journey. So breathing in, connecting with the eyes if you can. Or once you feel that you've established that connection with your future self, whoever that is, that you're inspired by this person that is you, and that you accept this version, that you're like, yes, this is me, wow, and celebrating that sense of self. When you're ready, you take a deep breath and you take a step. One step is all it takes. One step to set that intention of you walking that path in alignment to this self, which is you. Perhaps it's a more amplified version of yourself, yeah, but it is you. There's nothing to be scared about in this, because you're just meeting yourself more clearly and more fully. And it's having the courage to take a step. It doesn't matter if that step is small or it's a leap. Only you know what is right for you in this moment, and trust your body wisdom, yeah? But I encourage you, even if you're shaking, even if you feel like, oh, I don't know what to do here, or this is a bit crazy, or oh, I don't know about this. Trust yourself. Trust yourself to dream yourself into the future and take a step. And when you take a step, you're sending that signal to yourself, the subconscious as well, and this external reality, that you have the power to change your life, to steer it in the direction that you choose. And it all comes down to choice. And that choice is to take a step. Mwah. Sending you so much love and many blessings. I hope you have a fantastic, phenomenal, amazing, maybe just a super chill and maybe not an epic 2018. Whatever it is that you are truly calling for, I hope that you are met with the love and appreciation that you need to grow, and all the support that you need to thrive, and all the courage that you need to try new things, yeah, to steer you on a path of fun and safety and support and beauty and radiance and creativity and inspiration and motivation and abundance in the areas that you're wanting abundance in, that are going to help you grow and thrive, and all of the goodness.